I'm the only one.
Now adding this to the intro for every single episode so that you can see exactly what we start off with. This is our starting location. So within the next hour we're going to be kicking this off. Get off there, cow. I'm so tempted to give that cow a good whack. Can't get the animals these days. Greetings, crafters. Welcome back. This is Minecraft Highlander. And again, I'm joined by Winter Styrium. And we have a little bit of a friendly competition, you could call it. Sort of competition. Kind of a build-off that we're doing. And I'm going to mention what it is that we're going to build in this area. But we kind of marked it off for camera purposes. Sort of. So we're going to build something here that we've had earmarked just as soon as morning comes. And you get to see both our perspectives and the perspective from the camera account. So we are making progress. And yes, I'm doing a voiceover. And why the heck not? So we're building something. I'm not going to spoil what it is. I'm going to let you watch. However, a couple of things that I want to talk about. On my website we have a render of the Highlander server. Basically, all the chunks in the overworld and the nether that have been explored. Now this thing takes several hours to update. The overworld has two renders, one is daytime and one is night. And the nether only has one. I'm still adjusting the settings for the nether, because at the moment you really can't tell much. But then again, we also don't have much built in the nether. It's literally just a tunnel at the moment. But we will be building more. So we're going to have an item transport system in the nether. That's going to be a fun build. It's going to take a while as well. There's a perfect example of how to do it. We're actually going to have, well, we have discovered a second ocean monument. Now the first one that's near the mesa is going to become a type of hotel, tourist spot, something like that. The second one is going to become a farm. Hopefully a really big farm with high throughput and whatnot. And this farm is going to require a lot of work. We are literally going to be walling up the sea, draining it, demolishing the temple, and then making ourselves some fish tanks. Now, that's kind of a long-term project. I'm going to need Winter Styrium's help on that. And so, yeah. long-term project. But that farm is going to be probably, I think it's about 2,000 blocks away from spawn in the overworld. So it's going to need a transport system to get it back, well, back into our sorting system. Now, if we take a round figure of 2,000 blocks, in the nether that is divided by 8, so that is about, rough figure, 220 something blocks, which may be outside of the render distance, physics render distance. Pretty sure it is. So yeah, we can't use water in the nether, which leaves us really with hopper chains and minecarts for transportation. The problem with minecarts is you have to ride with them so that the physics is simulated. You have to do the same with hoppers. The problem is with a minecart you're sending a single chest in one go, and you can actually make a train of several of them to go at the same time, whereas with hoppers you have to facilitate the flow down the entire chain. So that could become a little bit difficult. So I'm thinking we're going to have to stick to minecarts. Now we also want a transport system from the mesa, because transporting the clay blocks back, we're going to want quite a bit of clay. And so yeah, we're going to have to do one for that as well. Now we already have a passenger tunnel which gets us from, well, from what is going to become the hub out to the Ocean Hotel, and there's a little spur tunnel from that that gets us to the mesa. The question becomes, should we have a second tunnel to go from the hub to the mesa? But I do want to take a look at that tunnel that we've made to go to the Ocean Hotel. A few tweaks I think I want to make. Now one biome that we haven't yet found, well certainly not in its entirety, is an ice spikes biome. I have a sneaky suspicion it's like 6,000 blocks away. Now thankfully we're not using that much in the way of compressed ice, it's generally used for transportation, roughly, but it would be nice to have quite a bit of it. So I found a spike on one of the episodes where I was running around after igloos, and that's what we've been using so far. I think we've got just over a stack left, something like that. So we've got enough for the time being, unless we decide to do something, well, big, that requires compressed ice. So we could really do with having a ice spikes biome, and that then raises the question that if we find one that's big enough, do I want to make a passage to connect it to the hub? Do I want to connect it to the items sorting system or transport system? It's a very good question. But that is all going to get fun. Now, progress on the server. We've done a lot of work on the storage and sorting and all the farms, which is going to save us an immense amount of time. I mean, already the food production is definitely worthwhile. Because, I certainly chew through a heck of a lot of food on the server. So, yeah, I need to make sure that food production is kept up. Because that we have farms producing various things, we've started using that, trading with villagers. And of course we've got a small villager holding section. Now one of the things that I want to do is to expand this so we can literally have our own villager trading hall, which is kind of difficult to do. It's not exactly what I would call simple and straightforward. But it's on the cards to be created. And then we're on to what I call the aesthetic builds. Basically all the... well, it's not all the cities, it's going to be a massive city. And inside this city there's going to be different zones. So right now we're building the wooden zone. And it is named that because the majority of what we're using is wood. So kind of going with a... well, it's actually several themes. But I do kind of like the Wild West type theme. Now from the camera point of view, going sort of further back into the distance, you can actually see a desert. And over there is going to be the desert zone. So we're going to be making buildings out of sand, sandstone, etc, etc. Kind of limited on the blocks for sand and sandstone, but then again, well, we do have a little bit more diversity, I think. Now, back where the safe zone is, right on top of the hill behind that, that is going to be where the medieval zone will be. And we're going to be using a lot of, well, stone bricks. But more importantly is the distinguish between medieval and Gothic, because to the west of the safe zone is going to be the Gothic zone on top of the hill there, and it's very important that the two are distinguished. Medieval zone is, well, arches is one description, whereas the Gothic zone is arches with a point. That's probably the two most notable distinguishes between the two. As a general rule, Gothic is also darker, which may result in, well, we may have some mobs roaming around. Might do. Depends on how we can sort of get it sorted. So it would be good to have like a few hidden spawners so that mobs will just roam around inside the medieval zone. That would be kind of cool. Now to the northwest is another desert zone, and then to the north of that is quite a nice big hill with a forest area. That is going to be our fun zone, arcade zone, whatever you want to call it. We're going to have some games in there, roller coaster, things like that. Now we do have other zones defined that we want to do, which I'm not going to name at the moment. They're going to be a surprise. So a lot of things that generally people don't do, we're going to be doing. But this all takes time. So we may start working on multiple zones at the same time so that things don't get repetitive. But even so, with two of us, well, both Winterstarium and myself have limited availability, especially for doing collabs. So we try and sort of meet up at a specific time and get some videoing done, and then I spend the rest of the week editing it all together. But hopefully you guys like where we're trying to go with this, and I will pass you back to my past self. Okay, crafters, so I hope you like that. Well, I'm going to call it an advanced time lapse. Want to see where we're up to? Well, and there we have it. Would you like a tour around? Of course you would. Let's start with winters. Let's have a look around the outside. Now, neither of these are finished yet, but we've got a... I could have sworn a creeper blew up then. Got a fair amount done. We will, of course, be continuing to refine all of our builds. I suspect that block right there is not intentional. So let's have a look at mine. A wonderful little pool. Some streams. No interior on mine yet. Do have a nice path that wanders up here. Now I wonder what I could intend to put up here. No comment, that's in another stream, another video. But while mine does not have doors, it does have a downstairs. Nice wonderful little bed. Just jump on the bed, don't mind me. Doing. Obviously we need furniture in here. And that is, of course, my build. So let's have a look inside Winters. Using an iron door. Simple downstairs. Not sure I'm keen on the stairwell, but it seems to work. Stop it, windows. Balconies. You sure that's not supposed to be there? Of course, we've got torches everywhere. Because we're, of course, continuously working on this at night. And as you see, that lot will be about 15 skellies. Yeah, we have it pretty tough on the server. Go up another level. Yeah, Winter's got quite a bit more internally done than I have. Next level up. I believe that's a hole in the roof. So kind of the same theme. So what's in the roof? Oh, we've just got torches in the roof. Yeah, Winter did say he hasn't finished the roof, so... But we can look down on the land. I just realised, thank God it's night time, otherwise I'd be showing off a spoiler. Yeah, so it's good fun to build both of these, really. Good fun to fight off all the mobs that kept coming in. But we have more to build. A lot more to build. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And we will keep building. As always, don't forget, all the links for which you can contact me are now down in the description. So, Twitter, Twitch, if you're watching me on YouTube, and of course, the invite to my Discord. So, if you like the video, leave a like. If you have any constructive criticism, suggestions, anything that you'd like to see, feel free to leave a comment. That's all from me for this week, and of course Winter, who's not with me at the moment because it's a few days after we did the build. But we will see you again next week. Bye for now.
Here come the drums, here come the